Burundi vs Cameroon wasn't a very exciting match for Cameroonians, especially for Fecafoot president Samuel Eto'o, who had to express his disappointment. At the end of the game, he had to talk with the players frankly, and I'll take you through what exactly happened in the game tactically. The indomitable Lions coach Rigobert Song Bahana went for a 4-4-2 formation on paper, while the Burundians went for a 5-3-2 formation, being wary of Cameroon's qualities. Here is an evidence of the 4-3-3 formation, with Gwet being the deepest midfielder and Frank Zambo Anguissa playing as a box-to-box midfielder. We equally had Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting was always there to provide assistance for that attack, which comprised of Ngamale, Vincent Mabuaka and Karl Toko Ekambi. The first blunder of the game came as a result of Karl Toko Ekambi and Vincent Mabuaka being static at the center of the box, giving Five Collins no option other than to lob a ball to the incoming Ngamale, which was easily read by the goalkeeper. Another chance presented itself in the form of a set piece as Ngamale stepped on the ball and provided a very poor pass to Five Collins down here on the wings, which never gave him enough time to whip in the cross he would have loved to. This is just one of those annoying moments of the game where we expect Captain Vincent Abubakar to make a shout there for Karl Toko Ekambi to provide a layup for him so that he can tap him. He had to provide a shout, but he didn't, and that's very poor. If we made a team like Serbia, we expect to stick in such chances. So I think that he has to improve on that aspect. Again and again we squandered our chances. Here is a very beautiful chance for Ngamale to bring down the ball and stick into the back of the net, but his touch is extremely poor. We expect quality. I understand people talk about Ngamale's dribbling, but I think that his final product is very poor. Just like we used to have Basogok, his final product was never poor, and I think that Ngamale too is facing that same problem. His touch is very poor, and the goalkeeper reads the game very well. He charges out and clears off the ball. I think that he really needs to improve his output in front of goal. He has to capitalize, just like Karl Toko Ekambi has been doing recently. And the Cameroonians got what they had been waiting for when Karl Toko Ekambi stepped on the ball like prime Ronaldo and dispatched a wonderful free kick, a wonderful free kick, a goal worthy of winning a match. Tolu never looked quite sharp. He was rusty, made some wrong decisions just like the one here. It is expected that he should cover that ball and probably tap it out for a throw-in. But what does he do? He takes the wrong option. He passes the ball to the goalkeeper without looking, and of course we have to give credit to that Burundian player who was able to anticipate. He anticipated quite well. If not on the blunders of his teammates, I think they would have been in there on goal. These are mistakes that Cameroon make during the World Cup. If they make such mistakes against Switzerland and Serbia, not to talk of Brazil, they will be punished. They will be punished with strikers like Mitrovic, Vlahovic and Gabriel Jesus. Both Burundian players at the edge of the box did not make their moves early enough, and that is what gave Gwet the chance to clear the ball. Had it been they had made their moves early enough, Cameroon would have been in deep shit. At the other end of the pitch, Captain Vincent Abubakar made a very good run into the box and he was picked out quite well, but it's rather unfortunate he wasted another chance as his shot skimmed off the turf and went over the bar. It is expected that a man of his quality should be sticking such chances. That's what makes this game so frustrating to watch. Early on during the second half, Burundians stepped out of their shells and tested Cameroon here with their first chance. To be sincere, both teams were poor. Look, this is a chance for the Burundian player to hold up the ball, and he has support. He has support coming in from two different players. But what does he do? He decides to just launch the ball into the box where he does not find teammates, and that is it. The chance is gone. Instead of him staying close to that ball, sticking to that ball and waiting for support, rather he decides to let it go, which was equally not good enough. Both teams were unable to produce good crosses, as seen with the Burundian here, unable to produce a good cross, and the same scenario too with Fai at the other end. The crosses were extremely poor. We did not really create good chances for the strikers, except for that of that produced by Five Collins at one moment in the game for Vincent Abubakar. But we expected that against a team like Burundi, the Cameroon should produce quality crosses for strikers. That's what the striker loves, to feed on very good crosses, but that wasn't present again. Ngada's blunder created a chance for the Burundians as he was caught in two minds as to pass the ball to Andre Onana or clear it up front, and I think that Frank Zambo Anguissa did not help him as well, because he didn't make a move where he could pass the ball. So I think that it didn't help him, and so caught in two minds and being pressed by the Burundian player, he snatched the ball off him, and the Burundians could have capitalized on this, especially the player who receives the ball. It's expected of him to drive in a little bit, but he's too nervous. He passes the ball as early as possible. Equally, we are expecting the player who is on the ball at that moment in time to keep the ball. Intelligent players, they try to protect that ball because most often you have the defenders charging into them, okay? And so it is very easy to have a penalty from that scenario, but he does not protect the ball as he tries to shoot, but he tries to shoot at the wrong moment. It's something he could have done earlier, but he shoots at the wrong moment, which ends up going wide. So I think that you can really see these are some of the problems we really face in African football. If we want to improve African football, we have to be more creative and finish off chances. Another chance came knocking at the door when Carl Ekambi received the ball and had the chance to go one-on-one. We had an incoming runner which was Choupo-Moting. He made a very, very good run, but it's rather unfortunate that Carl Ekambi ignored him. He had two avenues of getting the ball to him. And we could see Choupo-Moting crying out for the ball, but he took the wrong option, and at the end of the day, he skied the ball. Cameroon could have easily ended the game with about 4 or 5 goals as Choupo-Moting unselfishly lead off the ball here to one of his teammates, and the ball was laid off again for Vincent Abubakar, and kudos to the Burundian defender who sensed danger and was on the line to clear off the ball. It was a very, very, very good piece of defending. But if not of that clearance, we would have been talking of a goal there. So I think that was really special from the Burundian player. The final chance of the game presented itself to Carl Ekambi, who was very rash with his decision making and skied a half volley. Finally, when you look at the number of chances that were missed during the game, the number of wrong decisions that were made, especially by Cameroon, you can bear with me that this team has a lot to do in order to perform quite well during the World Cup, in order to attain the objectives that have been set by the FECAFOOT president. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to smash the like button on Facebook.